In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Zapier for beginners. If you're just diving into the world of automation, Zapier is a powerful tool that can help streamline your workflows by connecting your apps and automating repetitive tasks. Whether you're looking to manage emails, update spreadsheets, or automate social media posts, Zapier offers a wide range of possibilities, and today we're going to explore the basics of setting up your first automation, or what Zapier calls a Zap. To get started, you'll first want to log into your Zapier account. On your dashboard, you'll see a few options, but the one we're interested in right now is Create. Clicking on Create will allow us to start building a new automation tailored to your needs. You're now going to click on Zaps. This is essentially the heart of Zapier's functionality. Here, you create connections between various apps by setting up triggers and actions. The very first thing you will do is add a trigger. Think of a trigger as the ignition that starts an entire sequence of automated events. It's the condition under which your Zap will run. For example, perhaps you want to create a Zap that starts every time you receive an email marked as urgent. In this case, the trigger would be receiving an email with that specific flag. Once you've decided on what the trigger will be, you'll need to choose it from Zapier's extensive list of options. Simply search for the app you wish to use as your trigger and follow the prompts to specify the conditions. This could be anything from a new file saved in Google Drive, to a new tweet from a specific account, or even a new row added to a spreadsheet. After selecting your trigger, the next step involves adding an event. An event is the action that will occur once the trigger is activated. This could involve sending a notification, creating a new task in a project management app, or pulling data from one source and emailing it elsewhere. The choice is yours, based on your workflow needs. Now it's time to add your account. This means connecting Zapier to the relevant accounts related to your trigger and action. You'll be guided through securely signing in and authorizing access. This step is crucial because it allows Zapier to interact with your applications and actually perform the tasks you've set up. Following that, you'll add an action, which is a function that will be executed once the trigger conditions are met. For instance, the action might be sending an SMS, updating a CRM, or posting a message to Slack. Once the accounts are connected, Zapier will walk you through testing the connection with some on-screen prompts. These guides are your friends, making sure that everything is working as it should, and allowing you to troubleshoot before finalizing the Zap. And there you have it. You've now set up a Zap in Zapier, enabling you to automate a part of your workflow. Give yourself a pat on the back for taking a fantastic step towards